Welcome to the Pip and Pin Podcast. My name is Megan Nodecker, and I'm a knitwear designer from Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. Today is December the 3rd, and this is episode 65. And today I have lots to share. I don't know what happened. Last week, I didn't really feel like doing an episode because I felt like I didn't have anything to share. And now I have everything. So be prepared. First things first, I just want to talk about some of the knit-along things that are going on in our Ravelry place and all around the internet. We have the Indie Designer Gift-Along, which is a huge knit-along, crochet-along over on Ravelry. I'm not hosting this, but I am a participating designer, and I made a whole video all about it beginning of last week. So if you click the little linky that I'll put somewhere above there, you can go and watch that episode if you want more information. It's a big one. There's a lot of information, so I'm not going to go over all of it again. That's why I made the separate video, but it's going all the way until December 31st, and any of my paid for patterns can be entered. There's 250 designers and over 1,600 prizes for this knit-along. And yeah, if you want more information, I'll put the link to their Ravelry group down below, and you can also watch the video that I made about it. A couple of ones that I am hosting. We have the Sabino Canyon Knit-Along that is going until April 30th, 2021. That one is for all of the patterns that are in our Sabino Canyon Slow Release collection. So far, that's the Sabino Canyon Cardigan and the Whitethorn Cowl, which was just released a little while ago. If you're looking for some Christmas knitting, that's a good one. I've seen tons popping up, and it's such a fun, quick way to use up a skein of DK. Some people have even used a skein of fingering and mohair, which would be lovely. I want one of those. Or two strands of fingering weight would also work very well. So yeah, we have that one going on. And our next pattern for the collection is actually coming out soon. I believe it comes out on the 14th. So if you have purchased the collection, you'll be getting a new pattern in a couple weeks. We also have the Big Blanket Make-Along, and that is for any blanket that you're working on or that you start. This isn't about finishing, it's just about working on them, which I have not worked on mine at all in the last little bit. And that goes until February 28th. I took a glance in the thread on Ravelry, and there's some beautiful things in there. I have to go through and respond to everyone because there's a lot of activity in there right now, and some very, very lovely things going on. And some people finishing blankets, which is super awesome, because that is the end goal of everything, is to actually finish it. But to participate in the knit-along, there's no pressure to finish anything. And I think that is it for all the random stuff that's going on. I was kind of thinking about doing some sort of Christmas or Advent something or other, but I just didn't. We also have, okay, I'm going to give you a heads up about something. I have put together 12 prizes, 12 little prizes, just because I have a lot of things to give away right now, and it's the season to give gifts. So what I'm going to be doing, I think starting the 12th, maybe the 11th. I'm not too sure what day I'm going to start it yet, but I am doing 12 days of giveaways. So I'm pretty sure these are all going to be on Instagram because that's the easiest platform for me to use for this type of thing. So if you haven't already, make sure you're following me on Instagram and set up notifications because I'll be posting them all on my feed. So not in my stories, it'll be in my feed. Every day there will be a giveaway that you can enter. And there's going to be lots of prizes. Of course, they won't get to you before Christmas, but it'll be a fun little surprise if you win in January. So I'll be starting that soon. I don't have any of them. They're all packed away and kind of ready to go. So I don't have any of them to show you. But there's some good ones. There's lots of different things too. There's some yarn, there's some sets, there's some pom-poms, there's books, there's patterns, there's notions, there's a little bit of everything. So I'm sure if you don't like one of the days, you don't have to enter that day. And there's plenty of other options for you. So on to some finished objects. I have many. Well, 2, which is many. I think 2 is many. So I'm just going to pop them on some blockers. These are the Mermaid Avenue socks by Summer Lee. And I've used Knit Picks Stroll in the pumpkin colorway. And then the heels and toes are 6 and 7 fiber clover, I think in a Christmas colorway. I got from her advent a couple of years ago. And yeah, I really enjoyed making these, and I'm very excited to make another pair for myself. I really liked the stitch, and I think it would really nice with some speckled yarn, so I think I'm going to try that out for myself. All right, so the second finished object are these guys, and this is a pair of Sprocket Socks that I made using some just some minis and scrap yarn that I kind of had lying around in this moody kind of Christmas palette. So I don't know all of the yarns that I've used. I know that these 2 greens, this is Stroll Tweed, and this is just Knit Picks Stroll. And I don't remember the colorways, but they're both from Knit Picks. They're both still available. They're the lovely dark greens. Sequoia, maybe? And then the other 3, I'm not too sure. And this one's not showing up. It doesn't show up right in pictures either, but it's actually this beautiful gold with gold stellina in it. So just a little bit of glittery fun there. I'm very excited to have some Sprocket Socks, some Christmas ones, and I'm excited that I got to show you today because I really want to wear them and I wanted to show them first. Yeah, so that is the Sprocket Sock pattern. That's one of my patterns, and you can find it on Ravelry and our website too, I think. I think Katie's putting it on our website today. For works in progress, what do I have? I have another pair of socks that I'm working on. Also another pair of Christmas socks. If you remember last time, I had gotten some yarn from Polka Dot Creek. I got their vintage Christmas card colorway, and it came with this, which is this beautiful kind of pale pink. It has little bits of pale pink and green and red speckles and a little bit of black. And it did come with 2 minis as well, but I am not using the minis. So I'm almost done. I pretty much have like 4 rows left to do and then kitchening the toe. It's knitting up so lovely. So that's what it looks like knit up. And I'm using the Vanilla is the New Black pattern. And so it has this heel that I've never done before. It looks kind of funny because it's not on. But if you stretch it out, it's this beautiful like ribbed heel. I've tried it on. It feels very nice. It like, I don't know, it's very like hikey. They are a little bit loose, but I think I'm okay with that. The leg part is definitely looser than the foot part. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I knit the other one, because this I was just, la-di-da knitting away. The foot I mostly did while watching 1917, which was very, I had to stop a few times to, cry a little bit, but, and close my eyes a little bit. There were parts of that movie that I couldn't watch, but I usually don't like war movies like that, but my husband does, so he really has to like sell me on them for me to want to watch them. I won't just watch any of them, but he told me about how it was filmed and like the cinematography, and it's basically shot to seem like two seamless takes. It's a beautiful movie, really sad, and it's about World War I, so of course it's super sad and gross. Really, but very, very amazing cinematography. Anyways, not talking about the movies, but it was tense as well, so that's why my tension was a little bit different on this part of the sock. I'm just really liking these Christmas socks. This is going to be my entry for the gift along. And I've used, it did come with minis, but I did not use the minis that it came with. Just didn't feel like the right combos for me. I'll use them for something else. This is Hypothesis yarns that I had lying around. I think Olia is a colorway. It's a lovely little green. Anyway, so yeah, I just have that last little bit to do, and then I can start doing my second one. And then that will be 2 pairs of Christmas socks that I made this year. The other thing that I'm working on is under a pile of stuff. So the other thing that I'm working on, you have not seen before, and it is the Bumble sweater by Tin Can Knits, and it is from my Mad Color book that I got from them. And it's this guy here. So it's 2 colors and slip stitches and these little columns kind of color. And I really like this pattern. I've knit it before for him when he was 2 or 3. And they just moved back from Hawaii, so they didn't really have a lot of warm stuff. And so he's been wearing the one that I made for him, 3 years ago. It's much too small for him now. So Katie told me that he, loves it and won't give it up. And Bjorn, his little brother, won't wear it because it's too itchy, but he loves it. So I'm making him another one. And I'm almost done. It went by really quickly. And so this is knit bottom up. Oh, I hope my stitches. I'm at a really awkward place. So I've done the sleeves and I've done the body and I've just connected them, and I'm going to be decreasing for the yoke. So the yarns that I'm using is Cascade Eco in charcoal, maybe this dark gray. And then I'm using Noro Curion for the contrasting color, and so that is where you're getting all these crazy little stripes. And I think there's 2 colorways in here. They're very similar colorways, but I got them to make myself a night shift cowl, and never did it. So I think this is a much more fun way to use this yarn. I'm glad that it's getting used, and you can see the texture really kind of pops the colors. I'm a little bit perturbed by this, how it just goes from like white and then it goes to this dark purple on the sleeve. But I feel like there's a lot more. If I was making that for myself, I would make sure that the colors kind of flow better. But for a 5-year-old, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think he's just going to be happy to have another sweater, and one that actually fits him. I actually talked to Bjorn because I babysat him the other day, and I showed this to him. I was like, oh, I'm making this. He said, but not for me, right? And I was like, no, it's for your brother. He's like, okay, it's too itchy. And I was like, I know. He doesn't do knitted things, so. I told him I'm not going to make you anything this year. And he said, okay, that's good. Yeah, so I should probably be finishing that today or tomorrow, I think. And that will be my second Christmas knit kind of out of the way. I don't know what else I'm really going to make. Kind of Katie reminded me, because I get very, not that I don't want to like do any work knitting, but I I usually take a break kind of from things in December. So I was worrying about, you know, next year and what's going to happen. And I already feel behind. And she's like, Megan, you don't ever work in December. So like, don't worry about it. I guess so. That's very true. So I'm going to be working, but lots of personal knitting. Maybe I think I might make Justin a hat. George's, I think I'm going to make her some socks. The other thing that I'm going to be making is I went into 88 Stitches the other day to pick up my Sweet Fiber Advent Calendar, which I will share with you a little bit more in a bit. But I also picked out some yarn for our, I'm going to make us some new stockings this year. The ones I have, I like. I made those ones as well, just out of, I was at a thrift store and I found a bag of like scrap leather, and the fur is just some like vintage, I think it was a coat of my grandma's that she had taken apart and was going to make a teddy bear out of, but that never happened, so I used it as the trim. But I think I'm going to knit some new ones this year. They're just a little bit drab. I think we need some more color with our Christmas stuff. So I picked up some of these. Very classic, vintagey Christmas colors. And I'm going to be making the Yuki knits. I don't know exactly which ones yet, but she has two patterns, a top down and a bottom up, and they are stocking patterns, and then you kind of mix and match your motifs. So I'm gonna get everybody to pick what they want and their colors. And the only issue I'm having, I really like these ones. I don't know the colorway names or anything. This is these are all Barocco vintage. So there's kind of like a dark heathered green and more of an emerald green and just like a classic kind of blue toned. It's coming up a little bit orangey, but it's more blue toned red. And then this one, I did not actually pay attention when I was buying the yarn because these are Barocco Vintage. This is Barocco Vintage DK, which usually wouldn't be a problem except for I'm going to be doing color work. So I think that will be a little funny, especially because, I don't know. So I was thinking maybe this is a little bit beigeier than I had kind of wanted anyways. So I was thinking of maybe holding these two together. It'll kind of tone down this one a little bit and make it more of a worsted weight. Or I might just go to Michael's and pick up some like Patton's classic wool or something. Because this is a little bit, yeah, I was looking for more of a creamy color anyways. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Before I start these, I'm going to go to Michael's, pick up some cream and then just be happy. So pretend you didn't see that white and that beige. I'm going to be using these three and a cream that I'm going to pick up at a later date. I don't really plan on having these finished before Christmas, but it's Christmas time, so it is the time to start Christmas projects. I can always make one or start one, and you know, I'm not going to make them after Christmas, but I can pick them up again next year. That's fine. What other plans do I have? That's it. That's all my plans. But I do have more to talk about because I've actually been doing other crafts other than knitting as well. And I forgot to show this last time, so there's actually quite a bit to share. I'll do this one first because it's almost done. It's like really almost done. Is it done? I think I still have some backstitching to do, but I always get a little... I should show you what I'm talking about first. I'm making this. This is the Mill Hill, just a little Mill Hill kit. It's a cross stitch kit. It has beads, which I've never done before. And it's a little chickadee, which is my Christmas animal, is a chickadee. My favorite ornament is a little glittery chickadee that we got. I think when Georgia was 1, I still remember the day of like going and picking it out, and anyways, it was nice. But this is what I've done so far, and I'm just about done. This is my first time using beads on a cross stitch project, and it was really fun, and I would do it again. I thought it would be more annoying than it was, but it actually wasn't too bad at all. So I would totally do that again. I think the only thing that I have left to do of this is some back stitching. So I've done the nose, and I've actually added some here, and some around the eye, because it wasn't looking quite right to me. And then the back stitching that they have on here, I just don't think I agree with. So I think I might have to add just something to the tail a little bit, but not what's in the pattern, because it looks a little too busy to me. So we'll figure it out as we go. I find I do that a lot with cross stitch patterns. I'll just use the pattern as I guess it's like knitting patterns. I'll use the pattern as a guide, and then do my own stuff, do it how I want to do it. The other thing I've been working on are some ornaments. Oh my goodness, everything is a disaster in here. I have everything in this little box, which is very handy, but now I have too many projects in there. So it's getting disorganized. That's okay. Anyways, I've made these two guys as well. Okay, so these are going to be little Christmas ornaments. So I have, I bought a bunch of these little hoops, and so they're gonna go in the hoops and get finished on the back and become little tiny Christmas ornaments. There's the little fox and a little bird. And these are all from Zindagi Designs on Etsy. I think there's 24 or 12. I think there's 24. I think there's 24 different little designs like this that were meant to be ornaments or whatever you want to turn them into. So yeah, I'm going to be putting them in these little hoops, finishing them off on the back with some felt. I might give some away. I might keep some. I really like giving ornaments at Christmas time, just to certain people, like my sister and my mom, my family, and I don't know, because Katie gives us ornaments sometimes too. So I have a couple that, you know, say Merry Christmas and then the date on them from whoever, and I think that's really cute. So last year I made everybody Yetis, and so this year I might do some of that. Again, these patterns, they didn't have any back stitching at all. So I definitely got a little creative with them. I also didn't use the colors that they said. I opted for some grays and some blacks, and this is like a shiny red, which is a little annoying to use, but I think it's cute. And then I added some back stitch because it didn't feel complete, so I just put some in wherever I felt like it. And I used glittery for the outside because glitter is fun and Christmassy. And that's it. That is all the stuff that I've been doing or planning or creating. And I can show you some of the stuff that I've been getting. First up, I've been winding some yarn. And I did a little live on Instagram the other day, which was kind of fun because I'm winding mini skeins for we're doing another round of mystery mini skein sets. So I've been getting some yarn in, and I set up my winding station and set up my phone, and then had some Christmas music, and it was nice. I chatted a little bit, and then most of the time I was just kind of doing it. And then I chatted a little bit because I couldn't really see my phone too well, but every once in a while I'd kind of pop in and chat. But my mom watched it for a little while and she said she compared it to watching like the Christmas fire. So that was neat. That's kind of the vibe I was going for. I remember there's a girl who does pottery that I follow on Instagram, and every once in a while she'll set up her phone and just, like, she can't see or really respond either, but she just sits there and makes cups, and you can watch her make cups. And it's, you know, I don't expect everyone. I think I was on for like an hour and 15 minutes or something, just doing all the yarn that I had to do. And I didn't expect anyone to sit there and watch me for an hour and 15 minutes winding yarn. But it was kind of nice to have people pop in and I don't know. I might do more things like that in the future. But anyways, I've been winding yarn and I've been getting yarn for these mystery mini skeins. I'm not going to show you all of it because there's a lot and that would be ridiculous, but I will show some of it. So these three are from the Midnight Cravings. I knew that. These three are from Midnight Cravings. They're already wound up, kind of ready to go. This is wrought iron. This is their nice dark charcoaly gray. This is Whiskers, which is this kind of sandy, like taupe with speckles of dark brown and black on there. And then this is Barnboard, which is like a really warm gray, which I love this one. And then some other ones that came in were from Hypothesis Yarns, and this is what I was winding in my little video. So I've got these three guys. This is Margarita, which is this beautiful dusty pink. This is Nectar, which is actually quite similar to Whiskers. Maybe I should have picked a different one, but this one has more orange tones and is a little bit warmer. Hold those side by side for you. Yeah, just a little bit warmer. And then this guy is Hestia, which is this rusty kind of burnt orange color with some dark speckles on there. So that is a little bit of what you can expect from our next round of mini skeins. And then what else? Oh yes. I accidentally purchased some yarn, and I say by accident because I truly do not remember doing it. I got some yarn from Barnyard Knits. So I got these guys. This is their sock fingering base, and it is Winterberry. So it's kind of this, I don't know, beautiful greeny blue with these warm speckles and kind of reds, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but it's beautiful. I just want a sweater in this. Like, why didn't I order a sweater quantity of this? That was silly. Wouldn't that be so lovely? This like green something sweater. Anyway, so that I don't really remember ordering. This I really don't remember ordering. This is their 50s pack. So this is a pack of 50 grams. The skeins are 50 grams, so 200 grams total. This Pebble Beach, Lighthouse Point, Mermaid Tails, and Pheasants. Closer look there. Sorry about the lights, but I just don't want to take them out of the package. They stay protected from thread hair a little better when they're encased in something. I remember seeing her post on Instagram, and I remember going to her shop and looking at them and thinking how beautiful they were. And usually that's as far as it goes for me, is I'll get, I'll look at the shop and I'll see what's in there, and then I'll add things to my cart sometimes, but I usually don't check out. So I really thought that I didn't check out. And then like a week and a half later, I think I saw the same post, or maybe she posted about them again, or like a restock or something. And then I went there. I went to her shop and I looked at them again and I added them to my cart again. and then I was like, oh no, I don't need to, I shouldn't be buying those right now. I don't really have a purpose for them. They're just very pretty. So I didn't buy them. And then and then I'm just looking through my emails, and I see the order for the set, like the yarn that I bought, but it was from 2 weeks earlier. So I had bought the yarn, and I almost bought it the second time too. So I actually just about bought it twice, and I hadn't planned on buying it at all. So that is my story of yarn buying. And I really don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have an idea that I've been formulating for that kind of fadey one. Maybe I'll start that, because I think that would be, I have an idea in my head. This, I really have no idea. I don't know. It was just gorgeous. Maybe I could, like, I don't know. I just want to make something to wear. Anyways, that's all. That's all that I've gotten in the mail over these past couple weeks. As for kind of life stuff, again, we're really not doing too much. Last weekend, we did actually do something. We went out to, there's this place on the Fraser River where you can drive down and kind of drive on the rocks, and people bring their dirt bikes there and stuff and have campfires. And yeah, it was really fun. It was kind of crisp. It was beautiful and sunny. Georgia found the best mud puddle to play in, which is her favorite thing in the whole world. And we got to watch. Justin didn't bring his dirt bike or anything. We just took the Jeep down, but we drove in some puddles, which always makes me nervous. And yeah, it was lots of fun. We've been going to the park a lot recently because it's been nice weather, and we know that's not going to last for very much longer. So we've kind of been taking every opportunity to be outside. We also did our trees. You can see we did that last weekend, and that was fun. We watched Elf while we were doing it, and we've been watching lots of Christmas movies. And that's about it. Lots outside, nothing inside. No things. I don't know. I feel like everyone's kind of in the same boat of not really doing too much, but kind of trying to do what they can. Anyways, I feel like I really rushed through this episode, and I don't know why. But I hope you like it anyways. And I hope that you will join some of the knit-alongs that we have going on and take a peek at the Indie Designer Gift Along. And make sure that you are following me over the next couple weeks here, because there will be lots of giveaways coming up on Instagram. I think that's it for today. I will try and pop in again next week, and then I think I will probably maybe take a break. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. It's just Georgia's going to be out of school again. She's usually fine. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now. Anyways, there may or may not be another episode next week or the week after that. That's usually how it goes anyways. So there you have it. Anyways, I hope you are all having a wonderful December, and I will see you sometime. Bye.